Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will learn about decision-making statements in C++. Decision-making allows a program to choose different execution paths based on conditions. We will explore the if statement, if else if later, nested if statements, switch statements, ternary operator, and few modern C++ features used to write clean and efficient decision logic here. So what is decision making statements? So by default, C++ execute statements sequentially. However, many real world problems requires decisions. Decision making statements evaluate a conditions that results in either true or false. Based on that result, the program executes the appropriate block of code. So conditions are the Boolean expressions. The conditions evaluate to either true or false. This is there are based on there are three logical operators and or and not, and there are various relational operators like greater than, less than, equal to, greater or equal to, less than or equal to. So all these conditions are checked and the results are Boolean values, either it is true or false, 1 or 0. Next comes the if family. The if family includes that the if statement, if else if later, nested if. These are the fundamental tools used to implement condition branching in C++. The if statement. The if statement executes a block of code only when the specified condition is true. If the condition is false, the block is skipped completely. It is suitable for simple one-way decisions. If walkthrough. So here is an example about for the calculation. The price is 120. So here it is the price is been the condition is based on the price. The price value is checked whether it is greater than 100. If it is true, the discount price will be calculated, else the existing discount price will be displayed. So in this case the condition is true, so new discount is being calculated and the output is displayed. So next comes the if else statement. If this provides two possible execution paths. If the condition evaluates to true, the first block executes, otherwise the second block is executed. So if the score is checked, verified, a condition is checked based on the score value. Here the score is assigned to be 48, and if the score is greater than or equal to 50, then the result is pass, else the result is fail. Actually here the value of score is 48. So when we check if the 48 is greater than or equal to 50, the condition fails here. So else part executes and the result fail is being displayed. Next comes if else statement. When you have many conditions to be checked, you can go for this else if later. Conditions are evaluated one after the other until the first true condition is found. If the first true condition is found, the remaining conditions are skipped. Here is a simple traffic light example problem. Here is if inside an if. This is known as nested if. This means placing one if statement inside the another. The inner condition is evaluated only after the outer condition becomes true. This is useful when one decision depends on the another. Next comes the switch statements. When one variable needs to be compared against several fixed values, the switch statement provides a cleaner and more readable alternative to multiple if else statements. Here is the syntax of the switch statement and followed by the example. So here the value of the day is 3. Therefore, case 3 executes and prints as Wednesday. The break statement prevents executing from continuing to other cases. If the break statement is missing, then all the cases executes one after the other. Multiple case labels can share the same block of code. So here it is case A, E, I all shares the same block. Next comes the ternary operator. It is a compact alternative to a simple if-else statement. It evaluates a condition and returns one of two values based on the result. If the example, in this example, the ternary operator selects the larger of two numbers. It is also used to determine whether the number is even or odd. It is best suited for short and simple decisions. Next comes the logical operators. So multiple conditions combining and are and not operators can be used here. Modern C++ decisions. We're moving on to modern C++ decisions. So here comes we discuss about the scope of the variables and decisions at compile time, how to use safer and clear switches are displayed here, usage of jump. So go to what jump you should avoid means go to transfers controls to a label. So whenever you use go to, you have to be very careful. Uh, you should not bring any chaos or confusions inside the code. There are three bugs that bite everyone. So you have to be very cautious while you use single equal to or double equal to. Assignment, when you have to use assignment, when you have to use comparison, you have to be very clear. Forgetting the break statement in switch is a major mistake, and creating dangling else problem also should to be avoided. And here are some best practices. Always use braces even for single statement. Write readable conditions. Avoid deep nesting. Include a default case in switch statement, and use the ternary operator only for simple expressions. Here is the decision toolkit all at a glance here. If else if switch and ternary operators brought to you into a single slide here. Key takeaways from today's session. Choose the appropriate decision making statement based on the problem. Avoid common mistakes. Write readable conditions and make use of modern C++ features whenever appropriate. Thank you. See you in the next session.